intro, and then talk about Ginny Honey, and then I'll talk about dance.
Okay.
And then you talk about milk.
As in whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah. Hey, Pup. He's in my leg space.
Mm-hmm. Is that perfect?
Sure.
Not really?
No.
Okay.
There, that's better.
Welcome to Goat Updates video number 3. So, Ginny and Honey are no longer with us,
Which we talked about last week.
and they are doing really well at their new home. They are drama queens. They get out of their fences all the time, so that's going good. And dance.
And we're drying Dance up. She was mostly drying up on her own, so now I have her on a schedule of like milking every 3 days, I think. She's only giving me like 3 cups every 3 days, so she's like basically dry.
Well, our does tend to dry up, like right as you hit winter. We're hopefully she won't do that next year. She did that. Hey, excuse you.
Good. She wants to know why you're in the pen not petting her.
Not petting her. Okay, so she's drying up because she was under a lot of stress this year, right?
Yeah, and also as a second freshener, she doesn't give that. She gave like a gallon a day, but when we bought her, she was giving a gallon a day, and then she jumped down to like 3 quarts. Then pretty quickly she went to 2 quarts because she was so stressed out, new herd and everything. So we're hoping she will milk longer next year. But I was kind of done milking also, so.
Anyway, she's almost dry, but that means like you get milk all summer. And you don't really need milk in the summer, and then you hit winter and she's dry, and you don't get hot cocoa, and you don't get milk right when you need it, so it's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Dance, I am so disappointed in you, yes.
Yeah, I thought about milking through, going on a rotation, like breed one doe, then milk her through, then that, like, so one doe milks for 2 years. So every doe milks for 2 years, but it's staggered. So you always have milk year round. But I don't usually have lines that milk that long. So I'm thinking maybe when blue freshens she'll milk that long.
Well,
but usually they just dry up in the fall. And I don't like milking in the winter because at first we had a terrible setup for milking in the winter because we didn't exactly have a big enough barn.
Look, it's fun to milk right here in the winter. Very fun.
Because we used to just milk under an overhang, like way over, different part of the property. Over that way, just
way over there.
But then we moved to milking under this overhang when we extended the pen to have this barn also. So now we have the little barn that we built because the little barn wasn't big enough to have a milk stand. So when we just had that little barn, we milked at the other barn. But then we have this barn and we milk under this overhang, so we could milk in one of the 2 barns because now we have enough. Whoa! I caught it. That was an amazing catch. Anyway, so now we have enough barn space to milk indoors. But I haven't actually moved a stand in, and I have never... This year, it didn't get cold enough before I dried her up. So I don't think I'll need to do that.
Look,
Did you get a chicken?
It's a puppy.
Hey, puppy. I was like lying on my feet
So
earlier.
the puppies are staying in their pen, and we are currently trying to leash train them. If you have ever had a peer, you know how hard they are to leash train. They are stubborn and they don't like to move.
Yeah, like if you just put a little tiny bit of pressure on their collar, they completely freak out.
Yeah.
But another thing that was wrong, we got them out of the pen to try to leash train them, and they kind of freaked out about that because they know they're not supposed to be out. But what?
Well, they've got to learn that if we take
But they've
them
got
out,
to learn. We're trying to teach them that if we take them out, it's okay. They just can't go through the fence themselves. But that's kind of hard because they've learned in the fence is good, out of the fence is bad.
Peers are very black and white. Like, either...
Your hair's in my face again.
Sorry.
Should've put it
Either
up.
in the fence is right and out of the fence is wrong, or out of the fence is also right. Like, they can't... They only see black and white. They don't see gray.
Yeah, but
Anyway...
is that going well? I guess we've only been doing it for 1 day.
Yes, we
They
decided
were doing
yesterday.
better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So.
We gotta do it again today.
But
But
they're so energetic. They're just like spaz dogs.
our last peer was less energetic, so we didn't have to try to figure out how to exercise them. But these two, if they don't get worn out, they start chewing on each other, which is not very good.
Yeah. And they start hauling trash out of the woods from the previous owner.
Yeah.
I had no idea so much trash was out there. It starts appearing all over my barn. Like, it's like, oh, wow.
Oh, look.
It's a lot of trash.
Blue is hitting my leg.
She's still mad because when you go to the goat pen, you have to, all your attention must be given to the bottle babies.
Yes.
So.
Joys of bottle babies.
Okay, 5 minutes.
I'm supposed to shut it off.
Shut it off.
Click it off.
Click.